We've been talking about what sola scriptura means. Really important. The fourth, final thing I want to mention that it means, and then we'll look at a couple of scriptures about the nature of Scripture itself. But what does it mean? Sola scriptura means, by way of refresher, that Scripture is the final authority. It does not mean that Scripture is the only authority. It means that we should take Scripture seriously in regard to other Scriptures, so we should interpret Scripture by Scripture. Fourth, it means that the Bible accomplishes God's purpose for it. That is, that it's effectual. Isaiah 55, 10 and 11. For as the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return there, but water the earth, making it bring forth and sprout, giving seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. In other words, Scripture is powerful, right? I mean, we get this from Hebrews 4, but it's this idea that Scripture goes forward and it doesn't return void, sometimes we say, right? It won't return void, sort of an older way of saying it. But here, it's not going to return empty. It'll accomplish that for which I sent it. So the purpose. So God uses Scripture effectively. God uses His Word effectively. God allows His Word, His Scripture, to traffic in such a way that it's vibrant, dynamic, living, and speaks to and awakens and quickens and convicts and cuts the hearts of people. Scripture. That's why it's so important to preach Scripture, not to give your latest, greatest thoughts. That's why it's so important to memorize Scripture, not to just memorize movie lines. That's why it's important to meditate on Scripture and to turn it over and over and over again, because you're inviting the dynamism of God into your life. May the Lord bless you today.